Hey everyone, so I wanted to give an update on the book simulator. It's been a while since I made a video where I was showing a demonstration of processing books into graphs into an interface. And since then, I've been working on many of the aspects that will be necessary components of artificial general intelligence. So let's talk about what those are that we've learned since the last year. The first thing is just to recognize that the easiest way to build an autonomous system, a generally intelligent autonomous system in our world today, is just to essentially give it a few shares of Tesla or something, because these are essential, or corporations are essentially acting as self-driving non-human intelligence. So the easiest way to build a general intelligence is just to give it stocks, because it will earn money, because it's something which is automating already the aspects of intelligence to achieve various objectives. But we want more than shares in a company, because this is about broader topics of technology and society and civilization. And just owning shares in Tesla, for example, in artificial intelligence is not going to be able to change specific technologies to achieve specific objectives. And so, since my work last year kind of demonstrating where the book simulator is, I've created this fintech endowment, and there's a flower. And also I've been writing a book about how to program autonomous entities, autonomous software entities, based on entity component system. And this has taken a long time and a lot of work to explain and how entity component system can be used as a continual learning engine. But in addition to that continual onboard learning engine, it also needs a body. So I designed this open source chassis. It's a simple mobile robot system which just uses an ATX motherboard, or commodity open source hardware like Raspberry or something, or even Jetson, right? But fundamentally, it's about first of all just using a gaming computer as the robot system. I've read lots of things. Now I'd also like to show you my integrated development for autonomous desktops that I programmed using Flex and PyG. So let's break this down. So there's one mode where it can essentially hover over the operating system. And I just upgraded to Ubuntu 24, so Kubuntu 24. So there's some things that didn't fully transfer, but essentially, there's this system which is on board my local computer, and then there's another system which is designed to launch a virtual network computing system or a virtual desktop, whether it's headless or not. And essentially the cursor can move between my desktop and another desktop or another virtualized computer to perform tasks. And again, it's always been about taking a book and then operating Blender in order to represent the geometry and spatial reasoning aspects of imagination. So here's an example of the integrated development environment that I developed to help me to reason about reasoning and abstraction, or to more broadly use video game science to approach the problem of general intelligence, reasoning, and abstraction. This is just showing different tasks in our AGI, and then as well as the abstracted objects. Now, this integrated development environment is not my latest work. That would be essentially so the algorithms that I released, that I open source for general abstraction for ARC. This is called alphabet hash bijection mask. It's and the beameter version is what I developed to solve some of the more difficult problems I was interested on ARC as they relate to spatial reasoning. So like I call it Harvard Garden, and then there's Bedrock Blaster, and I'll eventually have search and stuff in here. But and then there's also some work I did with neural sort for online learning from human feedback from unclassified heterogeneous data sets. And I'll show you. Besides this, a lot of this work lately has been finally sort of building the core entity component system predicate calculus representation architecture. So you can see here I can load 55,000 entities into Flex from Wikipedia, and then do a query on a code-gen or synthetic component category. These are just tags and they don't have any data yet, but we're going to be diving into essentially generative prefabs or graph generative models for knowledge representation as it pertains to general purpose objective pathfinding or difference reduction for autonomous entities. And so I just thought today I'd make this video because I'm going to be building out some of the core Flex systems, which will enable me to essentially teach my architecture how to have the knowledge representations to interface with me in order to take advice or essentially operate the desktop and perform increasingly sophisticated autonomous actions. So I hope this is, inspiring, and hopefully we can advance our civilization's reading technology in order to solve a lot of the very complex problems, and just broadly to develop technology to get out of the Stone Age.